I have got a word for you today from my Philippians 1:6 map. I am just getting into this. I haven't even gotten to the meat of it. I have looked at two words, and I have got to share this with you. Looking into the word sure and the word began. Philippians 1:6 says, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." Paul was sure, Paul was confident, he was persuaded, he was trusting, he was convinced and fully assured without any doubting. Paul knew that this work had begun. It had begun by God, that God performed the first act. The only other place, this is so cool, the only other place that this original word is found in the New Testament is in Galatians 3:3, which says, "Are you so foolish? Having begun by the Spirit, are you now being perfected by the flesh?" It all begins with God. It all begins by the Spirit, and it will be completed with God. It will be completed by the Spirit. But again, Paul is sure that this had begun. How? How is Paul so sure? If you continue reading to Philippians 1:7, it says, "It is right for me to feel this way about you because I hold you in my heart. For you are all partakers with me of grace, both in my imprisonment and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel." Paul is so sure that God began a good work in these believers, and he is so sure that they were partakers of the grace. How did he know that they were partakers of the grace? By their fruit. By their fruit. Paul knew that they were partakers of the grace because of the way that they have been, since then, over 10 years ago, they have been helping him financially and physically while he was in prison. They have been encouraging him. They have been defending and confirming the gospel. These people had fruit. And Paul says, "I see your fruit. I know that you are partakers of the grace. I know that God began a good work in you in the Spirit, and God will finish what he started." God will finish what he started. The question isn't whether or not God is going to finish what he started. The question is, has a good work actually begun? Where's the fruit? That's the question. Because the sad truth is, there are so many people who are proclaiming the name of Christ who have no fruit in their life. There is zero evidence that a good work has even begun. And if a good work has not even begun, then a good work is not going to be completed. That's what stood out to me as I was digging into sure and began. Are you sure a good work has begun? Where's the fruit?